Hello, my lovely peoples. Thank you for watching Carve from Canada on this beautiful Fandom Friday. So I thought I would show you my new Star Wars stickers because you know I'm a Star Wars nut and I'm a sticker nut as well. So actually some of these are old and some of these are new. I'm just going to go through them quickly because I think they're all fantastic. So my Rogue One is new. And the Slave One ship, which is kind of paisley, it's cool. That's new. 3PO is new. I've had this Boba Fett for a while, but it's really cool. And then the TIE Fighter is new. Boba, it's cold outside. I think it's hilarious. With Boba, Stormtrooper, and Darth Vader, that's old. Mary Sithmas is old, but I think it's funny. I've had Vader and the Stormtroopers for a while. This Stormtrooper is new. You can just go on Amazon. I just like to get big sticker packs. And then this Mandalorian is fairly new. I like that one. This one's older. Vader and Skywalker. Whoops, I dropped it. I really like this one. Sorry about that. I really like this one. I like the colors, and it's kind of reminiscent of Ren and Rey in the future, so that's cool. It's a trap! Famous line. And then we have Boba coming out of the pit. If you can see that. This Vader is pretty cool. I like this one. With can you see the Death Star TIE Fighter? Okay. And this X-Wing is really cool. This one's older, but I really like this one. And then my Yoda, that's older. I've got a newer, it's kind of like a Cinco de Mayo 3PO, which is kind of cool. And a smuggler beer with Han, that's a new one. I thought that was funny. Some of these give you funny ones as well. Just wait till we get to the Harry Potter. There are some hilarious ones in there. This Vader's new. I think it's cool. I like it when they do neat, different, whimsical, artistic things with the stickers. I like original ones too. Nando. By original, I mean like canon coloring and stuff like that. So this would be episode 7, I believe. And then the Stormtrooper First Order is new. This 3PO. See, I like this kind of thing. I think is cool. 3PO. And not all my favorites here because, of course, they've been stickered onto things like my music stand, my water bottle, my devotional journal, everything. So that Kylo Ren is cool. It's kind of reminiscent of a Andy Warhol sort of the soup can experiment. I don't know. I like the coloring on that one. The Falcon is older, but I love it. This is a new Ben. New Ben. By new, I mean like that I just ordered. Older ones that I've had for a while. So the Ahsoka is new. I think that's a really cool one. I'd like to have a discussion sometime about, was she a Jedi because Rey heard her at the end, even though she never finished her training and all of that kind of thing, but that's another day. I love this Rebel Alliance symbol. I'm going to try again to paint it, to recreate it. It doesn't always come out symmetrical. And then this TIE Fighter is pretty cool. I could kick myself because my daughter and I went to a small Comic-Con and they had an AT-AT. And I loved it. It was only about yay big. And could have used it, like as on my bookshelf. And I was like, okay, I'll pick it up at the end. It was a used one. Doesn't matter. They had new and used things. And of course, we went around, got all of the, manga anime that she wanted. I picked up a few Star Wars things. By the time I got around to it, it had sold already. So sometimes you got to go that line between, do I buy it even though I don't need it? And, I'll wait for it later kind of thing. Or that I'm going to grab it now while I know it's still available. So that's kind of like a Costco thing. Somebody told me if it ends in 9, it's a staple. They'll have it all the time, but if it doesn't end in 9, there's no guarantee, or maybe it's the other way around. But like sometimes, I remember years ago when I was younger, they had beanbag chairs there, and it was like, buy it now or you won't get one, because I did get one, and like the next week they were all gone. I was gonna get a second for like my sister, for whoever was playing Nintendo with me at the time. So Chewie, we're home. The Falcon, episode 7, 6, no. What is it? So, oh gosh, I'm telling you the wrong episodes. Don't listen to me. 7, 8, 9. I get muddled. There's an old Star Wars comic style. A new Mando. I think they're cute when they kind of anime cartoon them, but I also like original. This Chewie is my favorite. I think it's so good. I love my BB-8. I love my BB-8. So people have asked me, or I've talked about who is my favorite character. Well, my favorite absolute character is R2. Why is that? Because he's loyal throughout the entire thing. He appears throughout all of Star Wars, and he is loyal to a fault to whoever his master is, and he's hilarious in his beat bops. He's just a really great character, and he goes well with everybody, and he stands up for himself, and he zaps people when he wants to. We see him fly a couple times. He's got some really great scenes with 3PO. We know he's loyal to a fault to Luke, and I love the fact that they were going to wipe his memory banks, and they never do, and he knows everything, and he never betrays anything to anyone. And so I just really think, but as for an actual person, you might think this is cliche or lame, but Rey is my favorite character. Oh my gosh, why didn't I pick somebody from the canon? But you know what? Well, she is canon. But my reason for choosing Rey as my favorite character is simply that she was a warrior before she even knew she had to be one. And I find that is her greatest strength of character. Because she does learn about the Force, but it's something that's thrown upon her that she never grew up with, that she didn't even know she had. Maybe she had the sparks of. But she lived such a hard life, and she maintained that hope, even though, she comes to realize that her parents aren't coming to collect her. But she always was a fighter right from the beginning, and then right until the end. She knew what she had to do. She trained for it, and she kept her dignity, her self-worth. I mean, she could have easily turned and taken Kylo's hand and become, the Queen of Darkness. We see that more than once. But it turns out, she loves with all her heart. She loves her people. She doesn't give anything up. She fights for herself. And I mean, she does even end up kind of with Ben at the end. We know that's a short-lived scene, and I live for the romance. I'm saying a lot. I apologize. I was not feeling well yesterday, and I took a Gravol, and I'm kind of tired right now. There it is again. But yeah, she has her short-lived moment with Ben, but he's turned and he's realized the truth at the end. That he was in fact mistaken, and the bitterness and the sorrow of him having killed his father. And he realizes, and there's another little thing I've always wondered, when Leia gives up her final power, and we know that she died in real life, but in the last one, when she gives up the rest of her power, because we know she never used her Jedi training or her lightsaber past the beginning stages, when she gives up her power to stop Ben from killing Rey, I have always wondered if would Ben / Kylo have actually killed Rey without that little bit of nudge from his mother. And so the pessimistic part of me wants to say yes, he was still Sith, under the influence of Sith, and he wanted power. He wanted to take over, get rid of the Emperor, and all is mine kind of thing. And yes, he would have killed her. But there's a little piece of me that thinks he hesitated even before his mother spoke to him. But he never really looks at his life until Rey strikes him down and then saves him. And kind of, he's wondering, why would you do that? I'm the enemy type thing. And so I don't really have the answer for that yet, because I'm still actually reading those books, the canon books. By canon, I mean like actual Star Wars knowledge. And so I'm still on 7. I'm taking my sweet time because I'm reading a bunch of stuff on Kindle right now, and I have actual paperback books of 7, 8, and 9. Sorry, I'm talking for so long, but yeah, just I have lots of thoughts about Star Wars, and my sister is a wonderful Star Wars guru, and she keeps telling me, get caught up, because it's true. I need to get caught up on the Clone Wars, Rebels, because I haven't seen all the cartoons. I've seen the Clone Wars cartoon movie, but not actually all the episodes, and I need to learn more about Ahsoka before she comes out in August. So there is that, because I've seen all the movies, of course, and the ones in between, and the new series, you know, like, so they threw in Rogue One, and they threw in Solo, and then they did, you know, Ben's story, and they did Boba Fett's story, and they did Mando, of course, which I absolutely love. And so I've done all of that. I need to see Ahsoka, but I feel like I really need to catch up on the cartoon ones to really have a greater understanding of her character. And my sister says I will find out more little teeny tidbits when I read the books, because, and they do have so far this a little bit more about, you know, like, I never knew that Jakku was the planet that Rey was from, but not actually the city. There's I forget the name. There's an actual city that she comes from. And Jakku is the entire system, not just the city that she's from. And then there was a little bit more about Finn and sort of his plight as well. But I'm not that far in. I digress. There is a stormtrooper, TIE fighter. This one's cool. Yin Yang, First Order, Rebels, Lord Vader. This one's kind of cool. This one reminds me of, you know, like Knight Rider. If you can see the writing, Lord's at the top and Vader's at the bottom. Or Transformers kind of reminds me of Transformers. And then this one. I find this interesting, how it's got like Vader and then it's got the new symbol at the bottom. Well, I don't want to say new. You know how they've tweaked all the symbols. There's a cool Darth Maul. Learning more about him from the older series too. I always thought, why get rid of such a cool character in one movie? And so they have added to that. Jedi Academy, may the Force be with you. I like this one. This is a new one. And I'll end with my old comic book Star Wars one. So there you go. There are my Star Wars stickers and my ramblings about Star Wars. And I will, in the future, be doing Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I got some cute coffee ones. That's not really fandom, though. What else did I get? Can't think of it right now. I got a whole pile of music ones, too. But thank you for tuning in. This is Car from Canada. Thank you for watching. Happy Fandom Friday, and don't forget to let your light shine.